Welcome to Firebird International Raceway. We're just outside of Phoenix, Arizona in Chandler for the Lucas Oil Mayfest Drag Boat Festival presented by Canada. The blowers are being mounted once again on all the pro categories, including top fuel hydro, top alcohol hydro, and top alcohol flat. We're going to start things off with a story, though, in the top fuel hydro category. Terry?
It's the opening round of the Lucas Oil Drag Boat Series here, 2011. Jarrett Sylvie's here. He's got a brand new boat, but it looks like it has a whole lot of work to go before we can get it on the water.
Yeah, we just picked it up, brand new bullet hole, and, it's the new Speed Sport Special.
Take me through the process. I understand you had to beg Lou to get into that driving capsule.
Well, it wasn't necessarily that part. It's just, Lou's had a tough year. Absolutely lost John, the whole deal. Everything's went a month and a half ago, his shop got hit by a tornado in St. Louis. It's just been one thing after another. So I came out to pick up the boat. I'm taking it back to Texas. We're going to start rigging it so we can get this thing out next year.
You got a brand new title sponsor this year as well.
Absolutely. We're the Lucas Oil Top Fuel Hydro.
And this is a season where you say, man, I have a legitimate chance at taking a championship.
Yeah, it's awesome to know now that I'm taking a gun to a gunfight.
He's a tough competitor, to say the least, and of course it's great to see that team back in the sport after a very tough 2010 season. We'll take a look at the qualifying here in the top alcohol flat bottom category, but back to that story, not only did they suffer a loss as a driver, but they also lost everything in a tornado. I mean, it just couldn't get much worse for Speed Sports, so we're certainly glad they're back in the game. All right, let's talk about these guys because they are known as the purest, and people love the flatties.
Don Boucher, that's the yellow boat over on the far side of the race course. He qualified the number 2 spot, but as you saw from that graphic earlier, Tony Scarlotta not only qualified number 1, but qualified number 1 by a ton. He's got a huge advantage over the field. It kind of looks like everybody else might be running for second place. Jeff Gare's running for the trailer right now because he was way early on the starting line. Fouled away his shot at the trophy, and Boucher got a freebie.
Yeah, 4/10 too early. I mean, that is missing it by a bunch right there. And he knew he had to get after Boucher. There's no doubt about it. You can only take so much at the starting line.
Let's go on board. I want to see this shot from the Rockstar Energy Drink camera. One of the things that all of the drivers have been talking about this weekend is the wind. There's a line of motorhomes at the beginning of the lake. You see the big grandstand right there on the right side, but once you get out from behind that grandstand, the boats have been getting blown around pretty good. Yeah, you can see that one being pushed over towards the left.
Guys, when Don Boucher hopped out of the boat, looked like you were kind of gingerly favoring one of your shoulders. I asked you if it was a rough ride. You said, no, the ride's fine. It's the rope that's beating me up.
It is. It's hard to hold on to the rope when the wind's blowing this way, especially the direction it is right now. It comes right down the in ramp and grabs onto these big wings like a sail and wants to turn you around. They get pretty hard to hold on to.
There's something about Phoenix and Don Boucher. You guys just seem to click here at this racetrack.
We've had a pretty good run here at Phoenix, and yeah, the Phoenix has been really, really good to me. It took me a while to get my first one here, but after we got the first one, we seemed to win every one of them. But we got some competition here today.
Next up will be Cole Thurston and Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart in a boat out of Brentwood, California called Flat Hammered. Cole Thurston out of Long Beach, California, and it's called the Awesome Toy.
These two boats in qualifying were less than a tenth of a second apart. Oftentimes, especially in boat racing with the moving start, that can be made up on the starting line. Let's see if one of these guys tries to lean on that Christmas tree a little bit. That's the tricky part. Look how fast the boats turn sideways. That's the wind blowing it after he let go of the rope. And Flat Hammered is flat out of here.
So a tough break for Jeff Stewart. Honestly, I mean, I agree with you. It looked like the boat turned so quickly, he's probably thinking to himself, I can't even hit the throttle here. It's just crazy. So a tough break for him. Thurston actually going to the right as he aimed the boat, puts a 587 up on the board.
Look where Thurston is. He's lined up all the way on the inside and aimed to the outside. Didn't have to try to deal with the wind as much as just aim into it and hope it keeps him in the lane. That might be a pretty good strategy. Just drive it diagonally.
Always like being around for a first, and it's a first for Cole Thurston. First win, moving on to the second round, uncharted territory.
Yeah, sure is. It feels good, actually, I've been doing this a couple years now on a limited basis, and finally get a first-round win. That's always good, I'm happy, man.
Let me ask you this. Do you know what to do now that you're going into round number 2? What's going to be the protocol?
Well, we need to step it up a little bit. 587 is okay. It's not good, though. We've got Scarlotta running in the 30s. I'm not sure what Boucher's running, but I think we can do a little something. put some horsepower in the motor, I think we'll get somewhere.
One step at a time, kid. Don't worry about Don Bowser yet. That's the guy you have to race next.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tony Scarlata, as you mentioned before, in qualifying on his game already, 5:39.7, the #1 mark. And we'll find out what he does here. Of course, basically another test run for him, as this is a bye run courtesy of qualifying #1.
5 boats in the field. The #1 qualifier gets the bye in the first run. Don Bowser will earn the bye in the second run after his victory over Jeff Kayer. So Bowser will have the freebie in the next round.
Tony Scarlata, as we all know, a seasoned veteran, plenty of championships under his belt, lines that thing up best he can. Let's see what his run looks like out here. Flies the nose nicely, and that boat takes a set. Moving around just a little bit, but all in all, a spectacular run. How about a 5:37.0? Ladies and gentlemen, that is 0.04 of a second off of the world record ET of 5:36.6 that man also owns.
It really looks like, watch this, he's going to close the capsule, and he waits until the wind blows him to just the right angle, and then smashes the gas.
Just that easy.
Yeah, piece of cake.
That's why he's a champ.
We should get one of these, Ken. I'll tune, you drive.
Yeah, okay. You tune, he can drive.
Tony Scarlata, you got your timing sheet in your hand. I believe you just got a leg up at a 5.37.
Yeah, the record's actually 5:36. This could stand as a backup if we run under 5:36 in the next 2 rounds, so we'll go for it.
Let me ask you this. Is that a testament to your driving skill, or are the conditions not as bad as everybody thought it was going to be with the wind?
You know, it looks a lot worse than it is out there. On the worst part about it was on the holding rope, just holding the boat straight. Once you let go of it, the water's great. Here at Firebird, however they have the air going over the water, there's a seawall over there that blocks it, so it's really good.